Nick here from the Sun Stand, and today we've woken up to some news, not about the Suns, but about Collingwood. Collingwood are reportedly in talks to move one of their 2025 home games to the Gold Coast, but not for financial reasons. Tom Morris has reported that the Magpies are in preliminary discussions with the AFL about a plan which would give them a 2-week block in Queensland across the June-July school holidays. The game moves would be one of their 2 contractually required Marvel home games, and see a fellow Victorian club joining them. So it's not going to be one of their MCG games, which we'd all hope for. It's going to be one of their Marvel games, which is still good. They get to travel a bit more, which we like. They're not going to spend majority of the season. Well, they still spend majority of the season in Melbourne, but a bit less than what they normally would. That means it would almost certainly have to be one of North Melbourne, Western Bulldogs, St Kilda, the only Victorian teams that have faced in a Marvel home game since 2007. It was reported last year that Magpies were interested in selling a home game with 2 weeks in Queensland, also floated in that report. Morris suggested the club is doing it to grow the supporter base across the country in terms of a mini hub, which we saw in the COVID era. Collingwood is lobbying the AFL to play one of their 11 home games next year on the Gold Coast. They currently have 2 matches that are locked in for Marvel Stadium. One of them would be moved to Carrara. Unlike examples like Melbourne, who've moved interstate for financial reasons, my understanding is that this is seen as a way to grow the supporter base across the country. Under this plan, they would spend 2 weeks on the Gold Coast, play against the Suns, and host another Victorian team. The Pies have told me, this is Tom Morris, have told Tom Morris conversations are very preliminary and they would look after Victorian members if this happened. How they do that, I am not too sure. So that is very, very brief in terms of what's happening. It's very, very brief, quick, and in detail, I guess, that Collingwood want to move one of their home games up to the Gold Coast. Would be when they play us, and then they would have another game against probably St Kilda or the Western Bulldogs as their second week block. I'm not against it. It grows football in our state, which is what we've been trying to do. So one of the bigger clubs coming up here to help not only grow their fans and their community, but also grow football in a state. I don't think the AFL will say no. I think that they have to say yes. It's not for a financial move. It's going to grow the game up in Queensland, which we're a majority rugby league state. Slowly transitioning, I think, living up here, I think majority of the people now are starting to get more into the AFL than the rugby league, and it really shows with live attendances and how much people are watching the AFL. But I don't see this necessarily as a bad thing. I reckon we should go for it and see what can come out of it. Obviously, we're probably going to lose members for people that live up in the Gold Coast and they're like, oh, well, Gold Coast is my local club. I'll support them, and then Collingwood will come up and they might take them. But I think to grow the game in Queensland is probably more beneficial to the game, and I don't see anything wrong with it. But this has been a very short video about this breaking news that has come out this morning. If you guys do like the video, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe button, and notification bell so you keep up to date for everything. I'll be live streaming the Suns vs Carlton game. I was on the Blue Abroad YouTube channel last night with Terry from Blue Abroad. If you don't know who he is, his link will be down in the description, same with all my links. Have a good one, guys. Peace.